Private and public schools, yes. You know what, Tallulah, like most immigrant families here in the United States, Filipino Americans place top priority on their child's education. So, you know, when enrollment time comes, you always have to make that big decision. Is one better than the other?
Everybody getting dumb. You already know where I'm from. The Bay where everybody's hyphy. I got little kids try to be just like me.
Education isn't only about tests.
Okay.
You know, it's about more than that. It's about the values, it's about the foundation, the missions of the schools. It's about, and I would think for a lot of Filipino families, it's about the values of the Catholic faith.
I have gone to probably the best private school in the Philippines.
Right.
Okay? And I can tell you this much, half of our population have not been educated. Our potential for democracy is not rising to the degree that it should be. And you need to really ask yourselves that. Why? In order for democracy to work, you need an educated vessel.
Ideologically, I agree 100% with you with regards to public education being a crucial component of a democracy. The reality is, here in California, in a post-Proposition 13 world, we've been decimated.
California is one of the lowest funded states in terms of public education.
You just like me. I got the crowd saying, little daughter get hypey. If you feeling yourself, then get hypey.
We're in America, we're in California, we're in a really wealthy state, and I have 100% confidence that our public schools educate our kids.
Private schools will, you know, give an aspect of faith, morality, ethics to my children. And you know, a religion class is something that I'm not comfortable teaching, you know, at home. And so, I leave that to the professionals.
We place a lot more accountability in public schools. There's a second layer of what we call accountability.
Okay.
A lot of private schools really basically rely on the administration to take care of their kids.
That is not true at all.
Well,
part of it is how the culture of the school is organized.
Do we simply want to function in this bubble of privilege, or do we want to expand that circle?
They're from all different socioeconomic groups. They're from all different academic backgrounds, and so I don't see us as an exclusive school.
No, there seemed to be this notion or this assumption that in order to get a well-rounded education, that one needs to go to a private school as opposed to a public school, and I think that that's bunk.
Yeah, short and back to bottom, ready to explode with a rapper bomb.
What the private side is saying is that, after Prop 13, that there's no more money in public schools, so come to private schools now. It sounds like you're saying cut and run from public schools and just come over here and forget about public schools. What about bringing more money back into public schools?
Tuition is expensive, private or not. It all boils down to is how a person utilizes their education and presents themselves on paper and in person.
I just want my children to enjoy the same benefits that I had because I enjoyed my schooling so much.
Imagine a world with no public schools. I don't think any of us in this room can imagine that.
What would you do with your kid, go public or private? I even think it depends on which of my kids. For each kid, it depends. It's case by case, I think.
The best education, in my opinion, in today's life of high cost of living is go to a public go to a public school and get a good public education.
For some students, certain schools are really good for them. In my particular case, single gender education for women is an exceptional education. I believe in it, and I'm glad that it exists.
Tony, for example, had a very good experience with private, and now sending his kids to private because he wants the same thing for his kids. Pauline, a good experience, maybe not so good experience in private. That's why now she's advocating public. So, it really depends on what the education of the parents were and what they feel is best for the kid.
What do you want?
Well, I was schooled in, it's a different situation. I grew up in the Philippines, private, public, the delineation is very different as compared here to the States.
The point that Pauline brought up is exceptional. Some people don't have a choice, and actually my parents, when I was growing up, didn't have a choice. I was part of the lunch program. I got my lunches for free because I got to that income bracket. And so I grew up thinking, wow, this is great, America's great, they actually support us. And you know what? Would I have gone to Berkeley like I did? Would I have gone even if I went to private school? Maybe, but would I have the same sense of civic responsibility? I don't know, because now I know that I have to give back for all that this state has given me. So, public all the way. Be heard,
stand up, and speak out.